Good day, everyone. So, our topic for today is all about formalization of structure by Hoy and Sweetland. So, here's our objectives. At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to define formalization of structure as described by Hoy and Sweetland. Identify the key elements of formalization by using Venn diagram. Students will be able to discuss the implications of formalization of structure on organizational effectiveness. So, formalization refers to the degree of formal structuring within an organization in terms of rules, procedures, and policies. Hoy and Switzerland in 2000 or 2001 identified two dimensions of formalization. These are enabling formalization and coercive formalization. Enabling formalization refers to rules and procedures that help employees do their work and fulfill their responsibilities. This is seen positively. In enabling formalization, in classroom setting, this the students should do their work and fulfill their responsibilities as a student. Where there where if there is a project or whatsoever assignment, they should be able to comply and be able to pass it correctly on time. While coercive formalization refers to rules and policies that constrain or limit employee behavior and autonomy. This is seen negatively. So, coercive formalization refers to the rules and policies within a classroom setting or a school in a specific area where each student has a limit of her or his behavior and autonomy. They argued that enabling formalization facilitates effectiveness, whereas coercive formalization hinders effectiveness. Enabling formalization provides clear structures and guidance to help employees work efficiently. It does not impede autonomy, while coercive formalization limits employee discretion and flexibility. Too many coercive rules have a negative influence. Moderately high enabling formalization along with low coercive formalization leads to the highest formalizational organizational effectiveness. Formalization helps new employees learn their roles, but too much focus on rules can stifle innovation and adaptation. The right balance of formalization satisfies employees' needs for clarity while maintaining their sense of autonomy. Formalization works best when the rules match the task and environment. Flexibility is needed when uncertainty is high. Hoy and Switzerland developed a skill to measure enabling and coercive formalization in schools. This helps assess formalization impact. In summary, Hoy and Switzerland distinguish between formal rules and procedures that guide versus those that coerce. The optimal level of enabling formalization, balance, structure, and flexibility. Here's my resources that I get from internet. So thank you for your listening and goodbye.